to an absolutely gorgeous day here in northern Michigan, and I see the new flag holder unfortunately busted. So we're going to have to try something else again here. Maybe I can fix it a little better before I go. But it's a beautiful, beautiful warm day. It's t-shirt weather. It's in the mid-60s. Tomorrow it's going to be in the mid-70s. But the good weather is going to be short-lived here. We're going to get cold again later on in the week. I don't hear of any snow in the forecast, but temperatures are supposed to drop again. So we're going to enjoy this while we can. It's actually nice to see that there's still a little bit of food left on the ground. We can now start putting a little bit less out because things are starting to green up out there. I noticed coming in here along the road, the edges of the road, the grass is starting to get green. All along the riverbanks nearby, a lot of vegetation starting to grow, so the wildlife is starting to find some natural vegetation out there, which is great. But we're going to continue to supplemental feed, but we're definitely going to be able to cut back somewhat, so that's kind of nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put some food out. I've got some things to share with you, and some thank yous for folks. So I will be right back. The system worked out pretty good. Richard made this piece here that as it got snapped off, as long as I could pull the other part out, which I was able to mount it. So good thinking, Richard. That worked out well. I see the clips on the suet feeders work well. They did not get open. They're a little chickadee. Still putting some oats out because that's a good transition food to help the starving wildlife kind of adapt and help them to convert over, help them to easily digest their food until their system acclimates to the new diet. I don't see the porcupine up in the tree, but we always make sure we leave some corn in the cob for them. I'm sure they're not too far away. can't begin to tell you how good it feels to have this warmth again. It's been a long time since the temperature has been this nice. But for those of us who live in northern Michigan, we know that it could still change in a hurry. It wasn't too many years ago that on Mother's Day in May, we wound up having a foot of snow that came in a storm. So it could happen, but we hope not, because it's kind of depressing to get that kind of snow, especially after you've started your yard work. Speaking of yard work, right now the National Weather Service here in northern Michigan just issued a red flag warning, which means no burning. It's amazing to think, and surprising to a lot of people, that we went from having so much snow to it being so dry out right now, and it's extremely dry. And this is the time of the year where forest fires can easily start and absolutely devastate the wildlife. So if you're in northern Michigan, as much as you may be tempted to start burning some of the brush, and I know I've got so much stuff laying here that I would love to burn it, we're going to wait. I think starting Wednesday we're supposed to start getting some rain, and that should help a lot with that. So if you're up here, please don't burn. It can get away from you in a hurry, especially when it's kind of breezy like it is today. All right, got a couple people to thank here. First of all, I'd like to thank Ralph Calthaler in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. We received your monthly contribution today, and we appreciate that, Ralph. You've been helping us out now for a number of months. And also received another donation from a Kathy P. And Kathy, I've sent you a couple of emails. The first one was kicked back. I just sent the other one out, so I don't know if it's been kicked back yet. But just asking if I can add you to the website and let you know. So if you happen to be watching, Kathy P., I don't know where you're from, but we certainly appreciate your support. Also, too, I want to just a quick update on Richard for those of you to go to our website, snowmancam.com, and look at the chat room. You'll see Richard's been in there the last couple of days. Absolutely amazing. I saw that he was in there again today, and for those of you that know Richard or you've seen some of the communications that he's trying to do in the chat room, that he's still struggling health-wise. And he is not out of the woods yet, and he's got a long ways to go. He's got a long road ahead of him here to get back to good health. So, but it's certainly just a great sign seeing him in there and even attempting to communicate with everybody out there, because I know he loves you all very much, and I'm sure he greatly misses you, and he's going to try to communicate with you any way he can. But just wanted to let people know that it is actually Richard in the chat room trying to do the best he can to communicate with everybody out there. And speaking of Richard, I stopped at the P.O. Box this morning on the way here. We received 3 more cards from him. I've got quite a stack of cards to see him. I can't wait for him to be good enough to receive visitors. Brenda and I will go back down. And I didn't count them, but I can almost guarantee you, if you looked at the picture that we posted before he went in to the hospital and saw all the cards he got, he's got at least that many more again for the next time we go down. So, and I know he's absolutely going to love that. So I want to mention the ones we received today. We received a card from Jim Porter in Hope Sound, Florida, and I know that would be Jim and Terry, Florida, or Jim and Terry Porter from Florida. So thank you very much. We'll make sure that gets added to Richard's pile of cards. Also received one from Sharon Webster in Lincoln Park, Michigan. Sharon, thank you. We'll be taking that to Richard. And then we received one from the Collins family, and I looked at it real quick. I thought it was Gaylord, Michigan, but it says Gaylord, Texas. So, but yet it's got our zip code on it. So I'm assuming it is Gaylord, Texas, Collins family. Yeah, because I see the postmark is North Houston, Texas. So thank you very much. We'll make sure that Richard receives that too. And when we go down and put these out, I'll make sure we get some more pictures too and post those so everybody can see Richard going through your cards. All right, let's see. Oh, and if you would like to send one to our P.O. Box for him or anything else, you can send that to P.O. Box 888. That's Gaylord, Michigan, 49734. Again, it's P.O. Box 888, Gaylord, Michigan, 49734. And that's also on our website, too, in case you don't have anything to write it down with right now. All right, and other folks to thank, as always, the crew there at Earth Camp doing a great job. I know they're still working on making improvements to the video player, so anxious to see them getting all those bugs worked out. And but in the meantime, I think everybody's getting our video and sound again. So that's a good thing for the time being. Also, want to thank all the folks. We had a pretty good rush yesterday to our YouTube channel. I know I'd mentioned I'd set a goal for this month. I wanted to be at 750 subscribers, but over the last few days it was looking like we weren't going to quite hit that goal. But we had kind of a big push yesterday, and I think we're at 741. So we're only 9 people away from hitting that goal of having 750 by the end of this month. And so especially if you're new to the cam, you'll definitely want to subscribe to that. It's free. It's free to join YouTube. If you've got a Google account, you're already a member of Google. And that's free to subscribe to our channel, too. So maybe we can do it. Maybe we can get 9 more today and hit that 750 goal. That would be great. And the best way to get to it is just go to our website, snowmancam.com. There's a link at the top of the page that says YouTube page. And that'll take you right directly into our page. And once you're there, a little box will come up asking you to subscribe. Hit that. And you'll have access to all our videos. Years and years and hours of video are in there. And why I say it's especially good for new folks is it tells the history. It tells about why we're doing this. You'll see news stories that have taken place here over the years. You'll see behind-the-scenes videos that we did. You're getting one view, which is completely different than what you would expect. If you see the behind-the-scenes view and you see what I'm looking at, it's quite a bit different, and a lot of people are surprised by that. So if you haven't, try to be one of the 9 today that do it, and maybe we'll hit that 750 mark, subscriber mark for the month. That would be great. Also, thank you to the new folks. We had a lot of new people join our Facebook page, our fans group and our page. So welcome to you. For those of you who joined, I think right away you're seeing really what a great group of folks it is. A lot of talented people from around the world contribute content on a daily basis. So there's always plenty of entertainment going on. It's also a great forum for asking questions. If you wonder, why we're doing or what we're doing, or you're not really sure what's going on here, there's always somebody there that is available to answer. And I appreciate that too, because I don't get a chance to necessarily sit down and look at every single message anymore. So I really appreciate those of you out there who do know what's going on and are able to answer those questions, that you jump in there and do that. So thank you very much. I certainly appreciate that. Let's see. And I think the only last thing I have is just to thank the people that are following us on Twitter also. A lot of people have commented to me that they appreciate that because they get a little notification on their phone, on their Twitter account, and because I always post every day what time I'm going to be here. And I also post anytime there's something very interesting, like a black bear coming in. And I'll tell you, we are at the point where it could happen really literally any minute of the day, doesn't it? Usually they come in at night, but occasionally they'll come in during the day too. And with an abrupt weather change like this, I'll guarantee you they're waking up wherever they're at, and they're hungry. So they'll probably be stopping by, and believe it or not, they like birdseed until a lot of the berries and things start to grow, which we do have a lot of natural bear food around here too. They love the blueberries that we have, and raspberries and blackberries, and we've got quite a few of them on our property here. So I think that's it. We talked about Richard. We talked about the cards. Richard, we love you. Obviously, we're continuing to pray for you every day, and can't wait to get the okay from Jean, your wife, and the doctors to say you're well enough to have visitors, and we will definitely be down there to bring these cards to you. So I'm going to take off now. Got plenty on my plate today, but I wanted to get out here and make sure I said hi to everybody. So thank you. I think everything's in place. I'm going to be buying a new thermometer, so I just did not grab that today. I'll have that back up, but I'll guarantee you it's nice, it's beautiful, it's warm, and it's kind of exciting. I think spring may be finally here, even if just for a few days. So I hope wherever you're watching this at from around the world that you're warm and safe and dry and comfortable. Hope you're in good health and that you're also eating well. And with your help, like the folks I mentioned here, I'll be here every day to put out food, even if it's less and less, because we do try to back off on it because we don't want animals to be dependent on this. This is just a supplement to get them through the really tough weather. I mean, we will be putting some out throughout the summer, but not nearly as much as we've done over the winter. So take care, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great Monday. Bye, everybody.